KTN News. I want us to revisit our top story where a truck has this morning crashed into several buildings at Sachangwan, Nakuru County, leaving several people injured. Now, the truck, which was driving from Eldoret to Nakuru, is reported to have lost control. Our reporter Dalmas Sakali is at the scene. Dalmas, good morning. What more can you tell us about this accident?
Good morning. Like you've rightly put it, this morning a truck that was traveling and actually ferrying some goods in this context, maize from Eldoret towards Nakuru, just lost control and rammed into some buildings at Sachangwan, that is Molo, Nakuru County. Of course, along the Eldoret-Nakuru highway. And as we're speaking now, the truck is being actually carried from the scene. And of course, we're talking about 4 people injured in the morning accident here at Sachangwan. It is, I would call it a mystery because even the security personnel who are here are having it difficult to explain what really happened. But we suspect that the truck driver had problems with the brakes of the truck, and at the end of the day ended up ramming into several buildings here, rammed into the first building, the second building, a hotel and a shop here at Sachangwan. And that, as we're speaking now, the 4 injured persons have been rushed to Nakuru County Referral Hospital, of course, to receive treatment, while at the same time, the scene is under, of course, the police and security surveillance, I will call it so. And of course, the DCC of this region, even in giving the update, talking about the number of people injured, and luckily no death reported here, has asked the truck drivers on this highway and the residents and passengers, pedestrians to take even caution as we into this festive season. Of course, we're talking about Christmas and the New Year. And it is also important to report that this is happening just a few days after another accident was reported along this highway at Ngata Bridge. 10 people losing their lives in that accident. Even as we are traveling to Sachangwan, we realized that a raft of measures that were talked about by the county commissioner and the other stakeholders, some of those measures are already in place. We're talking about the road signs that have now been erected on this highway, and of course announcing that that bridge is a black spot for drivers coming from the Eldoret side and at the same time the Nakuru side. So we are following up to just understand a few things around this, and we'll be coming back to you to give you an update on what will be happening across the day. So from Nakuru County, that is Sachangwan, Molo Sub-County, back to you.
Right, Sakali, just one more question before I let you go. We know that, of course, Sachangwan is a black spot. The mitigation measures that have been put in place, has that reduced the number of accidents that are happening there?
Yes, it is important to note that even as we are talking about the other accidents at Ngata Bridge a few days ago, that is last week, most of those residents living around Ngata Bridge were asking the government to consider some of the measures like it has been done at Sachangwan, because we have road barriers that are helping to reduce the number of accidents, especially when you're talking about head-on collisions, to separate the two roads. I mean, heading to Eldoret and heading to Nakuru. So the several measures that have been put in place have to a large extent reduced the number of accidents here at Sachangwan, because for the last 3, 4, 5 months, we haven't reported, I will call them serious accidents here at Sachangwan, which means that some of the measures that have been put, talking about the speed limits, talking about the barriers at the center of the highway and other measures, the road signs and so on, have to a large extent been able to help reduce the number of accidents that are being reported here at Sachangwan. Unlike in the past, when a road accident at Sachangwan wasn't big news as such, I would say things have been contained, and there is a huge improvement when you're talking about accidents here in Sachangwan. So yes, I would say to a large extent, yes.
Right, Sakali Dalmas there, of course, in Nakuru County, just giving us an update on the story, that is the accident that has just happened at